Hi, my name is Cherie McCoy, and I'm going to discuss the relationship between a needs analysis and needs assessment. The definition of a needs assessment is an assessment that identifies gaps that currently exist between a current state and a desired state. The needs assessment is the actual tool used in a needs analysis and should be done before the analysis process. A needs analysis definition is a systematic process to evaluate and determine the needs or gaps in what is currently being done and what should be done. A needs analysis is utilized to analyze gaps that are discovered through the needs assessment. The process for the needs analysis or the steps is step one, initiation. Interpret short and long term goals. The second step is data collection, identify desired performance actions. Step three, analysis, examine current performance and identify the gaps. Four, finalize, establish, and prioritize a solution. Okay, the steps or process for a needs assessment is one, perform a gaps analysis of current situation. Then two, identify the gaps. Three, identify the causes of gaps. And four, identify possible solutions. Okay, the synergy or relation between needs assessment and needs analysis. A needs analysis is the process used to analyze the gaps that are determined through the needs assessment. The needs assessment focuses on the outcome rather than the actual process. Application of the needs assessment. I am a teacher of middle school autistic students, so we use needs assessments quite often. We refer to these as benchmarks. Benchmarks are often given at the beginning of a school year or at the beginning of a new unit of study. The results are analyzed to determine prior knowledge of a subject and the current gaps. The goal of such assessments is to build on prior knowledge to reinforce standards and promote mastery. Application of needs analysis. I refer to this application as a data dig. That's just my term. You may call it something different. This data dig can be performed at any point you have common data for each subject or student. I most often perform a data dig after a unit assessment. I analyze the students' assessments to determine which questions they most often missed and which ones they most often got correct. We use a platform called Illuminate that is supported by our county, and it allows us to run reports for such analysis. After I determine which questions were missed the most and which one was got correct the most, I review my lessons to determine how the question was addressed in each lesson. This is very valuable, especially when teaching students with disabilities, because it helps me to understand how they learn best. Was this a research project? Was it a reading assignment? Was it a hands-on assignment? So that helps me determine how I'm going to present my next lessons. I then review and reteach the most frequently missed questions with students to reinforce the standards.